بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وأما بنعمة ربك فحدث وقال عليه الصلاة والسلام استعينوا على إنجاح الحوائج بالكتمان أو كما قال عليه الصلاة والسلام اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه السلام علينا وعلى عباد الله الصالحين السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Alhamdulillah, all praise, infinite praise, the praise with which all Anbiya have praised, the praise with which all angels have praised, and the praise with which all creation have praised, and with the praise which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has praised Himself, and He will praise Himself in future. We praise and mention that actually humbly in the presence of Allah Jalla Majduhu, and peace and blessings infinitely be upon Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. To the number of blessings and salawat and salam sent by all angels and all the creation, and all the Anbiya and Rusul who sent salawat upon the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and to the number of which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Himself have sent salam and darood upon Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam, and the creation of heavens and earth of Jannah have sent, and whatever and in whichever way and whichever number they will send darood and salam upon Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in future on the day of judgment in Jannah and infinitely. Truly, Allah Jalla Majduhu is the being which is the most loving. He is Al-Wadud. Anyone who have love is due to the love created by Allah Jalla Majduhu. And that is nothing compared to the love which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Jalla Majduhu have for us. And it is out of that love that Allah Azza wa Jal has created. Otherwise, He was not in need of creating something. He didn't need. So when you don't need something and you employ someone just out of favor, okay, he is a poor person, okay, he will get a job. I have 10 employees. I don't need, they're perfect, they're more than enough. I will employ these 5 others and I don't need them. But I will pay them full. I will pay them full as others are paid, but I don't need them. So this is a pure mercy and rahmah and compassion upon those people. Allah Jalla Majduhu didn't need any creation because He doesn't need worship. He doesn't need praise. He's not in need of these things. And if we do, He still is not in need. If we don't do, still He's not in need. If we do, it doesn't make any difference. If we don't, it doesn't make any difference. It's like the sun we have now is amongst the creation. If I turn my little lantern or electricity or candle on, it doesn't make any difference to the sun. If I don't, it doesn't make any difference. What difference does it make to the sun? Sun is the source of light and in the creation of Allah. If I light a candle, if I don't light a candle, what does the sun has its own light? So Allah Azza wa Jal is self-sufficient. The sun is not taking any energy, any gas, or any kind of actually power from the earth or from the planet Earth or anything, or we are not fueling it. It doesn't need any fuel. It is self-sufficient. There is so much gas, hydrogen, other things in it which Allah Azza wa Jal has placed in it that it doesn't need. It is self-sufficient. So if I think I have put a light on, done a favor to the sun, no, sun even does not bother the sun. If I put the light off, it doesn't make any difference to the sun. But yes, when the sun, something happens to the sun, when the sun will not be there, then I cannot and anything cannot exist. Same is it. When Allah Azza wa Jal will stop empowering the creation and making them exist, then everything is going to be non-existent and finished. And until then, still it doesn't matter if you millions and billions, trillions, infinitely creation which Allah has created, they pray. So that's for sure. They should understand for sure. So what is all about us about? All of us is about love of Allah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions that Allah does not think. He doesn't need to think. He is all wise, He's all knowing. But just to make you understand, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala thought as though I will give existence to a creation they will enjoy as well forever and ever. Some creation I will create for 10 years, 100 years, days. Like the life of fly is only about few hours, some days, the house fly. Some bacteria might exist only for a few minutes. Some might exist for 10 days, 20 days. Some actually like human beings, 100 days, 200 days. Some like stones, thousands, hundreds and thousands of years. But then they will stop existing. They will actually. But Allah Azza wa Jal also thought that, okay, I am forever living. Why not give some creation this privilege of ever living and ever enjoying? So for that, even to give that, He asked, like some people ask this question, why I was created? I did not ask to be created. Yes, you did not ask actually, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does inform us that our spirits, when we were in the form of spirits, which is the real me, Allah did ask, do you want to be created as responsible creation and have amana or not? If not, good and well. You still actually exist. But there's no hisab kitab for you. But if you want to enjoy and live forever in enjoyment and in your own kingdom, then you can do as well. But it's not, you have to be a candidate. You have to qualify for that. Otherwise, all creation could live forever. But Allah Azza wa Jal selected some. And for that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala given us, the human beings, opportunity. Okay, I will give you 60, 70, 100 years life. If you live that life goodly and prove that you can live in a lawful parameters, you will be given the kingdoms of the heaven. And if you are causing chaos here, what will you? There is no entry for those type of people. Like here as well, is this: if you're covered criminal record, countries don't give visa. They say, okay, we want character certificate. If you want a student visa for America, for Russia, for Europe, for UK, character certificate. Or if your character is clear, you are a candidate. If you want to be, otherwise they say even you cannot even enter the kingdom, United Kingdom. Similarly, there is qualification for kingdom of heaven, not United Kingdom, but kingdom of heaven, which is everlasting, which is much hundreds times more actually large in size and everything. For that also you need some character qualification. And that qualification, Allah Azza wa Jal, what is the qualification? Nothing extra. Nothing, not much more. Just live as a law-abiding citizen of this earth, of this universe, of this existence. One is living a law-abiding citizen of a country. One country have different law, another country have different law. So you might be law-abiding here, like you're going 70 miles per hour, or so. In Germany, you go, maybe they have 100 miles per hour speed. So you are law-abiding there if you are going 100 miles. But here, you come, even you cross 70 miles, you are out of the law. So different countries have different laws. The kingdom of Allah, being yourself here in existence, also have laws, and that laws applies no matter where you live. وَهُوَ مَعَكُمْ أَيْنَمَا كُنْتُمْ. Allah is with you. Allah says, Allah is with you wherever you are. End of the story. So that law actually, so live a law-abiding citizen of this life, and you have entry, you are qualified for the kingdom of heaven. That's qualification, but the entry is given as a grace. Even in this country, okay, there are many people who qualify for big jobs. They have, for example, there's a one big job which has remuneration package of 200,000, whatever. There might be 1,000 applications, thousands candidates who all qualify, but they give to one because there's no more job. Or they gave to one as having just a grace, okay, we'll select this person. So even though you qualify for paradise, still entry into paradise is by the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If he doesn't still want, he would say, no, you are not. You can't argue or take a company in court, or I did qualify, they didn't still give me job. They'll say, we don't want him. Simple story. We just don't want him. It's our country, it's our company. We don't want to employ him. Simple as that. Yes, if you were racist or discriminate, you can say, but we don't need him. Told, finish. And if we do, that's their favor. It's a favor. Okay, we will settle you in. That's a favor. So even though you have the full credentials and qualification of paradise, we do not deserve, it's not necessary upon Allah Jalla Majduhu to enter. It is still His fadl and mercy, because He is loving. He does actually care. He blesses more than we actually do. He gives us entry. But do not forget about that actually, that every person who have BA in, for example, or economics or maths or arts, doesn't necessarily mean that he should be given a job. It's still up to the company. So even though you have degree of paradise, still it is up to Allah Jalla Majduhu's fadl and rahmah. So that is our Lord, that is the Almighty, that is the Lord of heaven and earth, who has created everything, and as a favor have sent us here, given us privilege. Now, here in this life, we are tested in many ways. So we are tested in blessings and also in musibah, calamities. But we like blessings. We don't like calamity. We don't like illness. We don't like actually mishaps, problems, difficulties. But they're both tests. So some calamities there are there for testing people. They've not done something wrong, but it is to test people. I can test people, even exam, like it's an exam. Questions and hurdles are put in sometimes tests intentionally. But as I said, all people sitting here, most majority, they don't want problems. They want their blessings, and they want their blessings to increase. They want their blessings to stay with them. Some people, are facing calamities because of sins, wrongdoings. That is true as well. And today I am going to focus on one thing. Some we bring upon ourselves. Sins we do ourselves, but some, particularly one thing which we bring upon ourselves. So I am doing self-harm. Have you heard the term self-harm? Some people are self-harming. That's what I'm going to talk about. Who are these people? Some people, for example, they want their blessings to remain there. They have business, they want it to grow. They have houses, they want it to actually grow and want to more. They have money, they want it to grow. They have family, they want happiness for it. They have a car, they don't want it to be damaged. They have their honor, they don't want their honor to be tarnished. They don't want their honor to be tarnished in any way. This is a blessing as well. And some other things as well. They have all the blessings. There are so many we can not count, but the main ones I'm saying, even if the worldly terms we say, some people are pious, they want to remain pious. Some have spiritual blessings. Some have spiritual blessing. They want those blessings to be, they don't want to. But something they do, it takes away these things. And they do themselves. And that is what I'm going to mention. It's them, they have a good car, but they destroy it themselves. They have a happy family, they destroy it ourselves. They have health, they destroy it themselves. It is something which actually they bring upon them. Some things come from other people as such or anything, whatever. As I said, their tests or forgiveness of sins. But there's one particular aspect which Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned that people bring upon themselves. And what is that? The Prophet ﷺ said, Ista'inu ala injahil hawaij bil kitman. The Prophet ﷺ mentioned that if you want, meaning now this is the interpretation of hadith, if you want to achieve a goal, and if you want your blessings to actually increase and remain, ista'inu ala injahil hawaji bil kitman, then don't show them off. Kitman means keeping secret. If you are buying a house, you don't need to put on Facebook, I am buying a 3-bedroom house. If you're buying a car, you don't mention to the friend, I'm buying a car. I think I will buy a house next year. I think I'll start business after 5 years. I think I'll be going on holiday in, for example, some summer. This is called showing off. This is called actually proclaiming, making it public, actually. Prophet ﷺ said to achieve a goal, until the goal is achieved, don't unnecessarily advertise it actually in public and in people, in only those people who are related to it or who are very, very close, but they are related to it, they need to know. Because once you will achieve, everyone will know, or people will know, whoever will know. Because he said, فَإِنَّ كُلَّ ذِي نِعْمَةٍ مَحْسُودٍ. Because every person who have a blessing, any person who has a special blessing, they are hasidin. They are jealousy actually. They are jealous people. He will be envied. He will be envied because of the blessing. And why now? If he is making it public, If he is making it public, he is doing it himself. So let's say people now, for example, they complain, oh, मुझे लगता है मुझे नज़र लग गई है. I think I have a bad eye. Someone's bad eye actually have struck on me, or some evil eye has effect on me. Oh, this is happening, my health, or it's happening, this is my car, my business was going. It is truth. The Prophet Islam said it's reality, the evil eye, and it will do a lot of harm. The evil eye, he said, in my ummah, to people, even to death, even to sickness, even to destruction of blessings and other things. But now, when you know, when others know, when all the time people are saying, oh, dua karna, please pray, do dam, ruqayya on me for evil eye. I think evil eye have struck me. But who has brought that evil eye upon the person? Many times you have not done, but many times some people do bring. How? I'm mentioning it to people. Yeah, I live in Bolton, but I go sometime in London. I thought I'll buy a house in London as well. Now you yourself are actually inviting jealousy and eyes of people. And worst case is taking a picture of the house and posting on the social media. So firstly, there were 10, 15, 20, even that should not be mentioned. Rasulullah is saying, until you don't achieve your goal, do not actually proclaim. And now he has made, I have 100 or 1,000 followers. So 1,000 eyes are there, or even more. And then someone, their friend or foe, their evil eye strikes you, and then you are finished, destroyed. My goals never actually I achieved. I always remain in the way. Everything I do, it actually always fails. Amongst others, one of the reason is actually this. And where so, I have a car, but I am going to work. So he's mentioning to his friends, I thought one car is better for family. I'm thinking about buying another good car for my work. Why do you need to mention? It's your car, you go 100 times to work and come back. And then the worst thing is that even you proclaim more, you post on the Facebook and social media, this is my car, I've not bought it, but I'm going to buy it soon, and thumbs up and do this and give me likes of this car, very beautiful. They are not. Some people will be giving likes, some people will be jealous, some people will have struck with you with evil eye. And then you are there actually. And many people, Rasulullah said, in my ummah, there will be many people suffering. And many people truly are suffering because of that. And their goals are not achieved, because the Prophet ﷺ said in the Hadith Sahih that ista'inu, that you will be helped. Help yourself. Self-help. You heard the term self-help? Well, this is what it means. Help yourself by keeping secret your goals to achieve something. Unnecessarily don't mention it to people. And our attitude is, by our, I'm saying I'm including myself, yourself, everyone who does this, whoever does not do, okay, they are excluded. Even we go to a restaurant or actually takeaway, and brothers are sitting, and before eating, let me take a selfie. Let me take actually a picture. This is my pizza, this is my korma, this is my naan, and posting on the Facebook, and here's my friend. Now, who is inviting destruction? Who is self-harming? What is the fault of those people who even do not know, but their eyes will give you an evil eye effect? They even don't know. They don't want to give you evil eye. It just happens because actually there's so many eyes actually have upon it. So that is worst scenario. I am going for holiday. I am going there for Umrah or holiday. I'm taking pictures there. Look, I am in sunbathing. I am doing this and it. Who is actually? So Cars I am posting, houses I am posting, I buy something I am posting and showing another thing. And what Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is saying, the opposite. Firstly, to achieve your goal until then, and then once you have the ni'mah and blessings, then again Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in the Quran, وَأَمَّا بِنِعْمَةِ رَبِّكَ فَحَدِّثْ. Now that means to show and share the blessings of Allah, to praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And what we have understood, we try to show off and we want and to be proud, and we say, oh, I am just doing this for tahdith ni'mah and for just actually showing, mentioning the blessings of Allah. Oh, I have been given this, I have this, I have this. And there's no intention really of the credit and the praise going to Allah, but it is an ego trip. It is inflating your ego, putting others down. That is the reason. That is the wrong use of this verse of Quran. Because this verse is not even in this context. Because the previous verses of Surah Duha, what are they saying? وَوَجَدَكَ ضَالًّا فَهَدَى وَوَجَدَكَ عَائِلًا فَأَغْنَى. That Allah has, it is to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but through him, Allah is also mentioning to us that He made you rich, He gave you many blessings. فَأَمَّا الْيَتِيمَ فَلَا تَقْهَرْ. If an orphan comes to you for help, then don't turn him away. وَأَمَّا السَّائِلَ فَلَا تَنْهَرْ. And anyone who asks anything from the blessings of you, a question or any sa'il, any person who asks anything, if you don't want to give, do not taunt the person. Do not put that person down. Do not actually speak harshly. And the next verse says, وَأَمَّا بِنِعْمَةِ رَبِّكَ فَحَدِّثْ. That show and manifest the blessings of Allah. Why you're keeping to yourself? Give it to these people. Share it with. That's what the verse actually is meaning, to share the blessing. And what I am doing, how I am using this verse or whatever, keeping the blessings in my bank, in my possession, and only showing to people just to put them down and saying, this is, I am doing وَأَمَّا بِنِعْمَةِ رَبِّكَ فَحَدِّثْ. This is wrong use and understanding of this verse, because it's not matching even the context how actually the Surah Duha actually is coming up with. So we've taken one part of last verse of one surah and given it actually wrong meaning. So Allah's blessings should be mentioned to credit, to give the credit to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not to myself. That is shukr. If I mention something, Allah has bestowed this blessing, I show you, share with you, this is like I am actually praised that Allah has given you and Allah has given you as well through me. This is tahdith ni'mah. And if I am doing it to praise myself, to get my status a little bit higher, that's called fakhr. That's called pride or arrogance or proudness. That's called, this is the proudness. And if I am sharing, to share the blessing of Allah, and the credit also goes to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I don't take credit for myself, then I am doing it really for tahdith ni'mah. And especially if any special blessing upon you, general blessings a person can mention, even general blessing which everyone has, Allah has given me health, Allah has given me how. If there is any special blessing that Allah have made you millionaire, physically or spiritually, if you have a blessing, Allah shows you a very good dream, Allah shows you very good mukashifa, or Allah gives you a higher status spiritually, that's a special blessing that must not be mentioned to others or to the public or made actually public in any case. Because Allah has given you it secretly, and you are not now to make it public unless Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants to make it public. Do you not see Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? He was a prophet when even he did not come into this face of the earth. But until Allah did not command him 40 years, he never mentioned, I am the prophet of Allah. On the other hand, he says in Sahih Bukhari that I recognize those stones who even before my announcement would say salam upon me, assalamu alayka ya Rasulullah. But for 40 years, even one time he did not mention. But after that he mentioned kuntu nabiya, I was a prophet even when Adam alayhi salam was between mud and water. Even Adam alayhi salam's body was not ready. I was a prophet. But 40 years because Allah has not commanded him. He is not a prophet. But when Allah said, Ya ayyuhal iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq, the wahis, then he did say. And me and you, we do 2 nawafil extra, do a little bit sadaqah, or see a good dream, putting on the Facebook, putting here, mentioning to there. If Allah has given you, Shaykh Abdul Qadir Jilani, Sayyidina Abdul Izdaba, they were ghawses of time, others say, but they themselves never said. Unless Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala instructed them. Sometimes he said, and he said, Abdul Qadir Jilani mentioned that I have been commanded as such, but that is his thing. All these awliya Allah you see. And me and you, we see a dream, we tell 10 people, oh, I have seen Kaaba, I have seen Medina, I saw an angel coming to me, I saw a prophet coming to me, I did this. And because of this, many are making claims today. Now and then, some is claiming Walaya, some is claiming I am Mahdi, some in worst case actually claiming I am a very Qutb, or I am I'm a wali, or I'm a prophet, or whatever, etc. Why? Where are these people? Who are they following? When the command is that even special blessings, specific given to you, even you are a millionaire, no, now you don't need to this is a special blessing upon you. Allah has given you extraordinarily something. Worldly, now you don't need to show off to put other people's down. Oh, I have 10 shops, I'm thinking about buying 4 others. Oh, I have 10 acres of land, I'm thinking about doing this. I have 1 plant factory, I'm thinking about starting another one. Why you need to mention that? And Allah has given you, then you should share it with the creation. You are not sharing, but you are actually condemning as though the creation is putting them down, because Allah has given you status or anything whatsoever. You can be a prime minister, or you can be a king, you can be anyone, you have all these blessings. So this is what I normally say to our seekers and brothers as well, that please, sisters as well, do not mention any dream, any mukha, even though you think they are very good dreams. If they are not appearing in the confines of Sharia or anything, except your teacher or mentor, you must not mention to others without actually permission, because they will interpret for you. Sometimes actually what you are seeing, what you are actually might be truth, but the meaning which you are giving them is wrong. It's to hide. Share with the goodness with the people, doing dawah. Let them come and see for themselves. Do this. Rather than say, oh, I am very pious, I am seeing, I am so much great wali or pious, look, I am this and I am that. What have you given to the other people? He is still a sinful person. Better than that was, you don't say anything, call him. Say, I have some good thing to achieve, good thing to share. And what is that good thing? Come walk on the path to Allah and enjoy the pleasures and the status and mukashifat, whatever you enjoy yourself. life, I won't be able to become a true worshipper of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Let aside any other status, say banda, such just a servant. That I think is impossible for me. Because Allah's right is infinite. What to say about I am Mu'min, I am higher level Mu'min, I am higher level Muslim, wo to highest level. Just actually a true, sincere, complete servant of Allah, worshipper of Allah, I think I cannot do it. I will not be able to achieve it. So my whole effort is to become a true worshipper of Allah. Although I will not be able to achieve, but I will keep trying. Why? Because Allah out of His fadl may accept and actually forgive. Secondly, if I try all my life, not this life, but millions of life, millions of years, to become a true ummati and follower, how a follower should be, how an ummati should be, if I try all my life and I'm given millions of years of life, I would not be able to become anywhere near there. So I am just trying to become a true follower, a true ummati, which Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam accepts. For example, he said, yes, this is my ummati. For example, he said, Man ghasha falaysa minna. Whoever is a fraudster, he is not in my ummah. Man lam, whoever does not honor our elderly, he is not amongst us, he is not from my ummah. The one who does not have compassion upon the young, he is not in my ummah, he is not from me. فَمَنْ رَغِبَ عَنْ سُنَّتِي فَلَيْسَ مِنِّي. Whoever does not follow my sunnah, he is not actually from me. He is not the true ummati. So when I have weaknesses like this even, then so all my life I try to actually be a true ummati. I won't be able to come, but I will keep on trying. So Allah out of His fazl just accept, okay, this person I've been trying, although he has not become, I forgive him and bless him out of fazl and grace. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says on Day of Judgment, yes, he has not become the true ummati, but he's been trying. I accept him, as least he accepts he is not, and he's been trying. That is a big credit. Thirdly, if I try in millions years of life to become a true servant or having compassion upon creation, serving the creation as I ought to serve the creation of Allah, have mercy upon the creation of Allah, have compassion upon the creation of Allah, to serve the creation of Allah, from the animals, from the insects, from the human beings, from the jinnat, from the earth, all creation, from the poor and needy. If I try all my life, I won't be able to become the true Khalifa, the true servant, representative of Allah Azza wa Jal, to serve the creation even. Let aside actually. But I will keep trying. I will keep doing so that actually Allah subhanahu, whatever my abilities, also Allah Azza wa Jal out of His mercy accepts my this trial, my this striving, and forgives and blesses out of fadl, because there will be lackness in there. This is the mindset which Sayyidina Abdul Aziz Dabbagh gave. The mindset of the true awliya Allah. And the mindset of the true worshippers of Allah and the true ummati of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and the true servers who have compassion, who is doing khidmah of creation. Now a person who has this mindset, how can he claim to be a wali or actually spiritual kutab or whatever? Let aside actually Mahdi and another thing. Even a true Muslim, he cannot claim to be a full Muslim. Prophet Islam said, Muslimu man salim al muslimun min lisani wa yadi. The real Muslim is the one from whose tongue and hands others are safe. And you can judge yourself. Is everyone safe from your harm of your body, your mind, your heart? Because tongue and arms, hands does not mean only tongues and hands. It means everything from the person. That you will become a Muslim when no harm comes from you to any other person. And so even I can't be claiming I'm becoming a complete Muslim. I'm partial. I have defect. But okay, I can try and ask help from Allah and fadl of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This should be the mindset. Then this cuts the roots of all these claims and this da'wah and this ego and this actually considering myself very high or anything. Now coming back actually again to what I was saying, that actually if you want to achieve goals, the Prophet ﷺ said one of the things which can withdraw you, we can drag you down, is exposing those secrets or goals before you have achieved them. So if you are becoming a businessman or to marry someone or for a career, keep it to yourself and the people related to that. Don't make it as a BBC or CNN news actually, or on social media or anything, and putting, as I said, our mentality is we are posting our pictures of our pizzas, our restaurants, or I bought a new sofa, this is the new sofa, I bought a new car, this is my car. I say this to my children, because they sometimes try to do that. I say, don't do. If you are in a good car, or if you're a restaurant, who are you actually showing? And what will that happen? What will happen? The evil eye, I will be affected by evil eye, and also I am creating my own enemies by myself. And I am doing self-harm to myself. Similarly, if you are giving in the way of Allah, if you are doing some good deed, you don't need to mention. The person who needs to know, he knows, which is Allah Jalla Majduhu. Others do not need. Now, if Allah Azza wa Jal chooses to expose or to actually make your good thing or anything public, it's up to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He is the Lord, He cannot be questioned, but He will then also protect you. So the other reason is for evil eye, for example, there is one way of protection. This is one way of keeping. Now, we see in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, आज कितने बजे है यहाँ मगरिब की नमाज? What time is Maghrib Salah? 9? 9:02, okay. Last thing, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Jalla Majduhu says in the Holy Quran, the story of Sayyidina Yusuf in Surah Yusuf. It starts with that, it's in the first page. He says, قَالَ يَا أَبَتِ إِنِّي رَأَيْتُ أَحَدَ عَشَرَ كَوْكَبًا وَالشَّمْسَ وَالْقَمَرَ رَأَيْتُهُمْ لِي سَاجِدِينَ. Hazrat Yusuf says to his father, oh my father, I have seen 11 stars, the sun and moon doing sajda to me. And what does Hazrat Yaqub say, his father say? What does he say? Go and tell your brothers and everyone, you've seen a good dream. Or he mentions himself, no. No, he said, قَالَ يَا بُنَيَّ, oh my son, oh my dear son, لَا تَقْصُصْ رُؤْيَاكَ عَلَىٰ إِخْوَتِكَ. Don't mention this dream even to your brothers, your family, close family. Why? فَيَكِيدُوا لَكَ كَيْدًا. They will plan against you. They will become jealous with you. Because إِنَّ الشَّيْطَانَ لِلْإِنسَانِ عَدُوٌّ مُبِينٌ. Because shaitan is an open enemy. He have openly said, I am your enemy. Why you can't save yourself from an open enemy? You see, when Allah says in the Quran, open enemy, what does that mean? Because there are many enemies which are hidden, you don't know. Okay, this person, he says he poses as friend, he doesn't know. But Allah says, this is one person who has openly declared animosity. And you can't even save yourself from an enemy who's saying, I am your enemy, I'm coming to take your head off, and you are still sitting like duck there. Okay, if he came as a friend and hit you, it's understandable because you didn't know. But when he is saying from 1 mile, I am your enemy, I'm coming to harm you, then why you are not actually protecting? That's the meaning of open enemy. Adu Mubin, a very, actually clearly. So Yusuf alayhi salam, Did not mention, but they heard through some. And because they heard that dream, and so that actually, oh, Yusuf is going to become a higher person. He reach higher status, it seems. We might have to prostrate, and he might be gifted with certain things. So they tried to kill him. They sold him. They threw him in the well, and even sell him as a slave. Why did this happen? Because they didn't. Now, the Quran is not for me only. It is for all humanity. Came upon Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam for all humanity. And the Quran is not for Hazrat Yaqub and Hazrat Yusuf, because they have passed. Thousands of years ago, they have passed away. So it's not for them. So why is Allah Azza wa Jal mentioning the story of Sayyidina Yusuf and Hazrat Yaqub and this dream? To teach me and you that if you have a spiritual blessing, spiritual or physical blessing, special, something special, something secret, something special Allah has, don't actually make it public. Don't proclaim it if you don't need it. If you need to mention to someone, okay, that's a different matter. Even if it's your business, even if it is your spirituality, even if it's whatever it is, one should not actually mention it. This will bring evil eye, many millions, hundreds of evil eyes upon you, and you yourself will be responsible for that. And many people are suffering because of that, because they themselves. And even there's in a hadith, Sayyidina Ubadah ibn Samit radiyallahu ta'ala anhu says, دخلت على رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أعوذه وبه من الوجع ما يعلم الله تبارك وتعالى بشدة ثم دخلت عليه. He said, I came to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam for actually because he was not well, and when I saw the Prophet alayhi salam, he was in so much pain that only Allah knows. ثم دخلت عليه من العشي وقد برئ أحسن بريء فقلت له دخلت عليك غدوة وبك ومن الوجع ما يعلم الله بشدته ودخلت عليك العشي وقد برئت. He said, then I came in the noon to see Rasulullah how he is. He was not feeling well, and he was so much in pain and agony that he said, I can't even judge. Only Allah knows. So much actually pain was there. He said, when I came in the noon or afternoon, he was completely free and walking and healthy and fine. And I said, Hazrat Ubadah ibn Samit says, I said, Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that I came in the morning and you were so much in pain. Only Allah knows. I saw you at that time, and now I seen you are completely cured and things. Prophet ﷺ said, فَقَالْ يَبْنَ سَامِتْ إِنَّ جِبْرِيلَ عَلَيْهِ السَّلَامِ رَقَانِي بِرُقِيَّةِ بِرِئْتُ أَلَا أُعَلِّمُكَهَا. He said, yes, I was ill, but Jibreel alayhi salam came and he did such dua, such protection of Allah, protective dua, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala cured me. Look at the generosity of Rasulullah. He says, Ala u'allimukaha, shall I not teach you as well what Jibreel alayhi salam read? The Dhamm of Jibreel, the Ruqayya of Jibreel. And he said, Bala ya Rasulullah. Look how the Prophet alayhi salam is sharing the goodness. He did not even say, teach me. He said, yes, then listen. Bismillahi arqiq min kulli shay'in yu'zik. What is the meaning? That with the name of Allah, with the power of the name of Allah, I seek protection of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from everything, anything which is harming you. Min hasad, from jealousy of kulli hasad, every jealouser, every enemy. Wa ainin, from the evil eye. Bismillah yashfiq, and with the power of Allah, I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to cure you. Min hasadin, hasid in another riwayah, but that's it. So this is the dam which Jibreel alayhi salam did. In it, it's mentioned the ayn. Ayn means the evil eye even. So this can affect anyone, everyone. There are various riwayah that our mother, Blessed Mother Sayyidah Aisha Siddiqa radiallahu anha says that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam many times said, "Oh Aisha, you should actually have someone recite certain dua upon you for protection from evil eye." This means the Prophet Islam knew she is affected by evil eye, and he would do. And the Prophet Islam taught all kind of these duas, but when hadith of Sahih Bukhari, the Sahabi says, radiallahu ta'ala anhu, that when these two surahs, Qul a'udhu bi rabbil falaq, Qul a'udhu bi rabbin nas, were revealed, then Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam abandoned all other duas for protection from evil eye, and he practiced this. And he also mentioned to others as well that whoever have evil eye, you should recite this surah, ask help from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. These are beautiful two surahs, Surah Falaq and Surah Nas, the last surahs. In one of them, first of them, you are asking protection from the evil which exists anywhere, outer world, in Kharij. In the last surah, in the other surah, Qul a'udhu bi rabbin nas, all you are asking from protection from the evil within yourself. So there can be only two places where evil exists. Either within you, any kind of evil, magic, evil eye, whatever, or outside the world. So here the first surah is a protection from the outside evil. And the second surah is this. But anyway, coupled with this, there are masnoon azkars and all other things there for protection. But one thing which I have mentioned, also one should take precautions, actually protect your blessings, protect your achievement of goals by keeping them secret until you have achieved. And even what you have achieved, do not be proud and do not show off people, but still keep secret and share. If you want to tell people, then do tell, but share as well with them. Give them a part of that wealth, a part of that status, a part of that whatever Allah Azza wa Jal has given you. Then inshallah this will be a blessing for you. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi, subhanakallahumma bihamdika, nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.